Hello, this time we have the Hasla Wars for the second time. I know I'm late, we are at the second boss now. So about this event, right, every day we will get 10 tokens. We can use 10 team, but no repeat heroes. We cannot use the same heroes again. So we need 30 heroes for this event. We will be ranked by the total damage we dealt. Like this, 1%, 5%, 10% reward. And if we defeat all the 4 boss, we will get all these 3 reward. Now for the team, right, typically it will be 1 DPS, 1 strat, 1 buffer. As you can see, over here is the Biwa. For the boss one, they didn't need strat because it has only 3000 armor, 3000 resistance. So Biwa still have enough penetration. But for the second boss, third boss, it will be different. Just use Remy and Aubrey. France is too slow for this time. So only Aubrey and Remy. Aubrey because this boss has a lot of the stun and dispel. Especially the stun. So this time, this boss now has 10,000 armor, 5,000 resistance. So that's why you hardly see any physical damage here. All of them is magical damage. And they also need to use strat. Like this Fenrir, 50% armor and resistance strat. But this number 1 and number 12 is hacker. So ignore them. Still a lot of viewer. So about the team combination, right? I will just tell you what the heroes will be useful for this event, but you combine them yourself because it's mainly 3 types: 1 DPS, 1 strat, 1 buffer, and then Aubrey and Remy. Sim could be useful for the third boss because he will get up free armor penetration by 2000. But maybe slow, can be slow maybe because he need to use the special skill to get the penetration. Potential for the third boss. And Wolfgang will be useful for the wizard DPS because he increased the attack power 80%, 90%, 80%. And then Fenrir will strat armor and resistance by 50%. Shula buff attack power by 50%. Same with Yuna, this one also useful for attack power. Shula just use any block, but Yuna will need ally to use 3 chain. Odin is neutral damage and block generator, but still no good result from him for this event. Shuwen is slow, very slow. Gon is 50% armor strat, but you need to use ally 3 chain. And then Lee also strat by 30%. 30%. But you will need to use a block after ally 3 chain. Set will be useful for the boss, the third boss. Also same with Arachne. Both are these physical damage. Genevieve also strike 50% armor and resistance. Also good for boss 1, boss 2 and boss 4. Magical damage. First you use a block to mark the enemy and then use ally 3 chain. And then This one slow. Number 9 somehow is bad this time. Maybe the stun. Mandy will be useful for the 50% resistance strat, but you must use one chain only. Use her one chain and then use ally block. Don't use 2 chain or 3 chain. That will if we stun enemy, deal net neutral damage. You don't want that. You want the decreased enemy resistance. And also because Hunter can use smoke bomb, special skill smoke bomb. It will reduce another 1000 armor, 1000 resistance. Mandy will reduce a lot. And then Wilhelm possible for the third boss for as the physical damage. Dogs has reduced armor by 200% of his armor, but this is random. 33% random happen, so maybe not be consistent. Lorelei has the 2500 armor penetration free, so can be useful for the third boss. Momotaro will buff is a good buffer, but you need to keep using his 3 chain to extend the buff. Critical chance, critical damage, attack power. Mondrian has the reduced resistance by 50%. 25% here and then 50%. E3 just decent for now, around 20 million damage. The Bunny King will have double the stats, 200% E3 stats, so she easily get higher penetration. Loki has the 25% resistance strat when you use 2 chain. When the ally use 2 chain, you need to use Osiris block first and then ally 2 chain. But the result still not good so far. And then there is Lakias. Lakias ignore. Lakias. No. Oh. Increase resistance penetration by 300. That's kinda low. Then Grim. Grim reduce. No. Grim will reduce 30% resistance. But you need to pair him with heroes that heal multiple times, or using the healing set sigil. And then there's Biwa, the number 1 DPS for now. Nightingale will be useful for the damage buff, increase the damage taken by enemy. So you need to use ally 3 chain and then use a block. There's also Chai for the SP generation and the CC critical chance buff. Attack power and critical chance buff. So you use ally 3 chain and then use Chai. There's also Bitrise, increase attack power, resistance and defense by her stats. But you need to use 3 chain if you want to buff everyone. Unless if you use frontline DPS, then you can use 1 chain to buff the frontline. And then we have the Ophio. Buff accuracy, critical chance and attack power. Pulse has the passive to double the penetration. This one can be useful, but you need to use DPS that are frontline, so when the potion hit the ally to buff the penetration. Bari is not that useful. Yeah, nope. Coronet has the 600 penetration buff. It can be useful if you need that much. And then this one can give more blocks. Also 100% critical chance buff. Spera has 300 penetration, 300 armor penetration and decent penetration. She will also increase a lot of critical damage, but you need to use her as leader and then 2-3 chain, and then ally need to use a lot of multiple attack, multi-hit to keep up the buff. Shula increase damage taken 40%. This one also useful. Susano, too much stun. Not enough time to get the slash. He could be useful to reduce armor. Too bad. And then there's Rangrid. Rangrid can reduce 60% of the armor by using 3 chain. Achilles can reduce attack power, resistance and armor, 50% of his attack power. So you most likely will need him pair with Bitrise to get enough attack power. There's also Drake to buff the critical chance. This one, Hanzo. Hanzo will reduce armor by 5% of his maximum HP. This one will be very useful for boss 3. And then there's Sentinel will reduce resistance by 75%. So if you want to use Biwa in the third boss, probably you will need this. Archon kinda bad. Too slow. Nasrune has 15% resistance decrease. Not much. 15% or 50%. Benjamin has reduced 20% resistance. And then Nespi can be randomly because 5% chance, 5% chance. But if you don't have any other buffers, he can be useful. Wumpa just use 3 chain. Yeah, just keep using 3 chains. And then Seiren buff attack power as long as the shield is up. For these secret heroes, Ata as the mythical DPS, just rechange. He also reduced resistance, 15% stack, can stack 3 times, so that's around 38.5% resistance reduced. And then there is also Anzu ignore 35%. Anzu 35% enemy resistance. This one also good, but not for the boss 3 lah. And then KD. This one make a clone for your leader. Very useful for the Ata, Genevieve, Diwa. Then next for the Isekai time. This one Risha kinda slow. Slow. I know it's neutral damage but slow. Goblin Slayer need to counter, but the boss hits slow, so this can be slow as well. Sword Maiden can be used as a buffer. The Crocodile also double stacks, so can be support DPS. This boy. This one has the 3 check when ally use keychain, he will use tail swing and then reduce the armor 20%. Enemy also take 40% more damage. This one very good. Ram also slow because need to counter. Slow. Sahat will increase the enemy taken damage by 50%. You need to use ally keychain, and when Sahat hit the enemy damage will be taken. Will increase the damage taken. Little girl has the 45% reduction resistance, but you need to use keychain. Then lastly, Terry. Terry will reduce armor and resistance by 50%. You use ally keychain and then use his block. Athena increase critical chance. Not useful. Johnny has the ignore armor, but animation too long, so B1 still decent. B1 DZ. DZ still decent, like DZ Genevieve of you. Still decent, DZ leader. But also has the same problem with penetration lacking. And then I guess that's it. If you want to ignore the stun, you can use Paris or Veronica for the immune debuff. I guess that's it. It's already 50%. I'm saving this for the third boss so I can use my physical damage. Alright, if you clear the boss, you will get token, this token, coin, silver coin, to buy stuff from here. Mainly books. This one is the real stuff. Yeah, this two. No, these two. Bye bye, Jack.